Thanks for supporting TPN.TV at CES.
Thank you for supporting TPN.TV at CES.
Hi, I'm Jamie Davis, the Podmedic, and I want to thank you for supporting our coverage of CES 2014.
Thank you for supporting TPN.TV at CES.
Hello everyone, my name is Jeffrey Powers and I run Geekazine, found over at geekazine.com. I'm here to give you some exciting news and a great opportunity. Every year I join a group of independent podcasters to cover the Consumer Electronics Show through the Tech Podcast Network, or TPN.TV. We've been doing this for over 7 years, and the last 3 years we've actually started live streaming by purchasing a booth at the event. 2013 was our best show ever, and we moved to North Hall in a very prominent spot. Now for 2014, things are absolutely no different. We're going out there right after New Year's and we're hitting the Vegas Strip. Except we gamble in a different way, through the live coverage of CES. Every year we get sponsors to cover our show, which is great. But we started thinking, what about the people who watch the programming? Would you like to become part of our content? So this year we decided to add a new sponsor, you. With your donations, we can move forward and bring the amount of staff we need to keep bringing some of that great coverage of CES that we've done in the past. After all, airfare, hotel, and other expenses really add up. Our internet connection alone is going to be $6,000 just so we can get coverage to you. Now, all of the people here at TPN.TV really strive to give you the best content to this show. Our numbers really show that. And here to tell you a little bit more about those numbers is Todd Cochran of Geek News Central.
Hey folks, my name is Todd Cochran. I'm one of the hosts that are going to be at CES. I'm also the host of the Geek News Central podcast over at geeknewscentral.com. I'm kind of the numbers guy as well, and I keep track of our history and everything we've done at previous shows. And I just want to kind of share with you guys some of the numbers that we've had from last year's show and what we expect for this year. But what I'm going to start you out with is our expectations. And this year, what we expect is we expect to have 45 hours of live coverage, of course, with an initial 56 hours of show replays, reaching really a worldwide audience on both live and replay. We're also going to produce approximately 250 to 300 live and formal interviews. So there's going to be a huge array of content that we'll be producing during and after the show. We'll have 3 camera teams really on the show floor, covering everything wall to wall, and of course complete after hour coverage. Our 2014 results, we expect to have around 35 million consumer video views, with 85% of that being a US audience, 7% Canadian, and about 5% UK, then the rest of the world kind of interlaced there, with a 78% male, 22% female breakdown. Now, just to give you a little idea, in 2013, what we did this past January at CES was we had 32 million consumer video views of the content we created there, with 238,000 social media mentions and links, with 5,681 third-party blogs that linked to our actual content. We had 181 PR firms that made mentions of our content. We had 211 vendors that we interviewed that actually use our interview of them on their corporate website, which was pretty exciting and really drives those views big time. 247 produced video segments. So that was the really grand total of all the data that we produced. And of course, the 45 hours of live studio coverage with a new guest every 10 minutes. And what was really nuts was our positioning in the hall was fantastic. We had over 100,000 people come by our live booth and see our signage and everything else that was going on. But with 3 floor teams covering the event, the live stuff, and of course 8 separate evening events, we cover this thing wall to wall. We are the smallest group of folks that create the largest amount of content at CES, and we're going to, really a bunch of independent content creators, and I'm really excited with you guys supporting us on our crowdfunding. We've been covering this show for a long time, and we've had a great relationship with CEA, and we look forward to you supporting us in our crowdfunding effort. Thanks so much. I just wanted to share this data with you.
Thanks for supporting TPN.TV at CES.
Thanks for supporting TPN.TV at CES.
All right, thanks a lot, Todd, for that information. Now let's talk about backer levels. A simple $10 donation starts it all out. For $25, you can get a TPN at CES design t-shirt. For $40, you can get one for yourself and one for your spouse. And of course, the levels grow from there. Other backer levels help us get around town, ship items, and even support our breakfast planning meetings, which is a daily video that we record to give you an idea of what we're going to do for the day. You can even support one member by taking care of their plane ticket. Now, if you're a small or medium business, these larger backer amounts will give you some exposure to that 35 million views that Todd was talking about and what we're expecting. Banners on the website, mentions on the live stream, and a whole bunch more. Just check out the $5,000 and $10,000 level information. We really appreciate you taking your time to look at this great opportunity. Feel free to contact us with any questions because we're here to give you the best coverage of CES that you can see. So check it all out. Check out the backer levels scrolling down the page, and we will see you at CES for Tech Podcast 2014 coverage of the Consumer Electronics Show. Take care.